Hello, this is Mr. White. We're on Chapter 14, and this is Lesson 2, Soil Conservation. My Planet Diary, The Dust Bowl. In the 1800s, farmers began to settle the Great Plains of the central United States. Some were used to thin, rocky soil. They were excited to find prairies full of thick, rich soil covered with grasses. Farmers quickly plowed up most of the available land. By 1930, almost all the Great Plains had been turned into farms or ranches. But, as they plowed, farmers dug up plants that held the soil together. Then a long drought in the 1930s caused the soil to dry out. The soil in parts of the Great Plains, including Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Colorado, turned to dust. Without plants to hold the soil in place, it blew away. Wind caused huge dust storms and clouds of black dirt. Farms throughout the central United States were destroyed. The area most affected by this became known as the Dust Bowl. How can soil lose its value? Today, much of the area affected by the Dust Bowl is once again covered with farms. But the Dust Bowl was a reminder of how important the soil is for humans. The value of soil. A natural resource is anything in the environment that humans use. Soil is one of the Earth's most valuable natural resources because everything that lives on land, including humans, depends directly or indirectly on soil. Plants depend directly on the soil to live and grow. Humans and animals depend on plants or other animals that depend on plants for food. Fertile soil is valuable because there is a limited supply of it. Less than 1/8 of the land on Earth has soils that are well suited to farming. Soil is also in limited supply because it takes a long time to form. It can take hundreds of years for just a few centimeters of soil to form. Soil damage and loss. Human actions and changes in the environment can affect soil. The value of soil is reduced when soil loses its fertility or when topsoil is lost due to erosion. Loss of fertility. Soil can be damaged when it loses its fertility. This can happen through loss of moisture and nutrients. This type of soil damage occurred in large parts of the southern United States in the 1800s, where cotton was the only crop. Cotton used up many nutrients in the soil, and those nutrients were not replaced. Loss of topsoil. Whenever soil is exposed, water and wind can quickly erode it. Plants can protect soil from erosion in several ways. Plants break the force of falling rain, and plant roots hold soil together. Wind erosion is most likely to occur in areas where farming methods are not suited to dry conditions. For example, wind erosion contributed to the Dust Bowl on the Great Plains. Farmers plowed up the prairie grasses that held the soil together. Without roots to hold it, the soil blew away more easily. How can soil be conserved? Today, many farmers use methods of soil conservation. Soil conservation is the management of soil to limit its destruction. Soil can be conserved through practices such as contour plowing, conservation plowing, and crop rotation. Changes in crops. Some crops, such as corn and cotton, take up large amounts of nutrients from the soil. Others, such as peanuts, alfalfa, and beans, help restore soil fertility. These plants, called legumes, have several small lumps in the roots that contain nitrogen-fixing bacteria. These bacteria make the important nutrient nitrogen available in a form that the plants can use. In crop rotation, a farmer plants different crops in a field each year. One year, the farmer plants a crop such as corn or cotton. The next year, the farmer plants crops that use fewer soil nutrients, such as oats, barley, or rye. The year after that, the farmer sows legumes to restore the nutrient supply. Changes in plowing. In contour plowing, farmers plow their fields along the curves of a slope instead of in straight rows. This method helps slow the runoff of excess rainfall and prevents it from washing the soil away. In conservation plowing, dead weeds and stalks of the previous year's crops are plowed into the ground to help restore soil nutrients, retain moisture, and help hold soil in place.